everybody, welcome to Vendor Talk. I'm Keri Lugo, I'm your host for today, and I have Kesha Bland with me with Flavor Fetish, and she's gonna let us in on some catering details.
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
So Kesha, what's got you started in cooking? Let's just start there before we even get into that business aspect.
I would say that I started cooking because, one, I like to eat.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, and we grew up in a family where every occasion was celebrated with food.
Okay.
You know, some people celebrate with liquor, but for our family, it was food. It was a celebration just to come to the dinner table. And everything my grandmother cooked, or my mom or my aunts, was delicious.
So the women in your family pretty much serve as like an inspiration to you in the beginning of all of this?
Yeah, as an inspiration and as a guide, like, this is how you take care of your family.
So you took the love of cooking and your family gatherings, and then something just sparked in you, I'm gonna start a catering company, or did something happen before that to bring you to this point?
I was working. I was a full-time mom. I have twins. So I had a maybe 6-year-old, and then I had a set of twins, and twins were young, and they had asthma, they had allergies real bad, and I would call up from work and be like,
Take care of your babies.
my kids are sick, I have to go. They weren't always the most accommodating.
Yeah.
And it became an issue. I went to work for another company, and they were more accommodating, but I eventually got laid off from there. And I had people requesting food from me.
Okay.
Like different dishes that I would make. And my thought was, well, let me see if I can turn it into a business.
Right.
And it ended up working because, you know, I have a passion for it. I enjoy cooking. And because I come from such a big family, it's nothing for me to cook for 20, 30 people.
So one thing led to another.
And I started catering.
And here you are.
Yeah.
How did you start accumulating business to get you into, because weddings, I mean, we're not talking about just 20, 30 people, we're talking about 100 plus.
Yeah.
So was that a shock in the beginning for you or anything, or did it just kind of come naturally to make these huge portions for people?
It came naturally, but I mean, I guess initially I started working with another caterer, well, a chef. I became her assistant.
Okay.
And I would do events with her. I knew how to cook before, but she helped me like get to the point where I knew how to set up everything.
Right.
And
the business end of it.
Yeah, make it look nice.
Okay.
We stopped our business relationship, and then my business expanded, and we stopped doing as much business. Still good friends, but like...
Yeah, you just did your own thing, and then she still has hers. So take me back, about how long have you been doing this?
I think I've been doing it since 2009.
Oh, okay.
But like full-time since 2013, which is when I
when you
got
quit
laid
the
off.
day job and
and decided I was
went full on to this. Okay.
And I've expanded the business to where I've done I do classes.
That's right.
I do meal prep for a gym. I do food for a daycare. And that brings in the money that I need, the revenue that I need on a regular basis. The catering and the weddings and the baby showers and things of that nature, the events are like a bonus.
Take me through the process. You know, let's say someone refers you, they contact you. What's the next step for them?
To get an idea for what you want, what your favorite foods are. Do you or your bride have any allergies or anything of that nature? What kind of people you're expecting? Do any of those people have any dietary needs?
Okay.
That may be different from the menu that you have in mind?
Okay. What can brides and grooms expect whenever you show up?
What people can expect is excellence. My staff is going to be on time. We're going to be ready. We'll be there before your people get there. The food will be hot. The food will be delicious. I don't serve anything that I wouldn't eat myself.
What do you see average-wise people wanting to pay? Because I know you do per person. So what would you say on average you get hired for, just to give people a budgeting idea of where to start?
on average, probably about 15 per person.
Okay.
People know that catering isn't cheap. It's not cheap to feed people. Like, I try to work with my brides, depending on what the menu is.
Right.
But if you want lobster and shrimp, it's not going to
Obviously, that's going to be more.
Yeah. So it just depends on the menu. It depends on the bride and what they like.
That makes sense. So they come to you with an idea, you know, hey, we're having this type of wedding. I would like this type of food. And I'm somewhere in this realm of money to spend for this thing. And then you say, okay, I can work with that. And you kind of give them a menu based on that information. And you say, this is your lesser end. This is your middle ground. This is if you want to go a little bit more than that or something. So they have options.
Yeah, I try to give them 3 options. Because everybody's taste buds aren't the same.
True.
And like when you're feeding a bunch of people, you have to accommodate the needs of the people.
Right.
You can't just think about you.
That's true.
Like I said, if the bride and the groom want steak, but they have a chicken budget for, then I'll give the guest chicken and give the bride and groom the steak that they want.
That's nice. I know you guys come fully prepared, but are there any extra steps that you guys are taking during this time, since we're in the middle of
COVID,
a pandemic?
Honestly, I have stopped doing larger events.
Right.
No one wants to have those right now anyway. The climate that we're in right now is kind of scary. So I've been doing the classes, my individual clients, because I do personal chef services. So my personal clients, I've been taking care of them.
Right.
And also my smaller clients who are still ordering. I haven't done a wedding, but I'm looking to get or any events. But I know that they're looking to start back like in the middle of July.
In the event of that, I know you guys have like gloves and
we keep gloves,
masks.
So gloves, masks,
all that good stuff.
Hair nets, extra cleaning precautions, just to make sure that everybody is hand sanitizer at most of the stations where the food is.
These are weird times, but it's good that people can be comfortable in knowing that whoever they're hiring, the vendors that they're bringing on are taking extra precautions just to make sure that they're comfortable, their guests are comfortable, and your employees are comfortable and safe as well. So we're looking out for everybody. No, I do want to bring up a story. That happened one time, a wedding that I just did the coordinating on, so I didn't have anything to do with the picking of any of the vendors or anything. But the bride had already hired her caterer, and there was some complications after the deposit was given, after the tasting had happened. Everything was set in stone. We thought everything was good. We get to the actual wedding. When it's time to actually serve the food, it was what the bride ordered, but it was not presented the same way at all. What kind of advice can you give our brides and grooms to avoid something like that happening?
My first advice is to pick a professional.
Right.
Preferably somebody that you know can cook. It is not going to serve you just anything. Also, pick somebody, if you know somebody else has used the service and can vouch for the company, you just want to make sure that the person that you're hiring is reputable and that they actually have a love for it.
On that note, how do people find you? How do they get a hold of you? Where do we do that?
Okay. I am on Facebook as Flavor Fetish Catering. And I am also on Instagram as Chef Bland. That's BLAND of Flavor Fetish.
Perfect. You can also find Kesha and Flavor Fetish on Timeless Rose Events website. So she's on my website as a preferred vendor. So we love Kesha. We love your food.
Love you too.
And I'm so thankful that you came and kind of walked us through the process and had us kind of look from your viewpoint on what that looks like for you and what to expect whenever someone's going to hire you. So yeah, definitely reach out, and if you see me or you look out for me, then I will definitely be, if you're looking for a caterer, Kesha's going to be my go-to for sure. So,
and your food will be delicious.
Definitely. So thanks for coming on.
It's my pleasure.